Anika cannot make it again today, so we're going to just try and help her out. She's the one doing some of the research. You guys have been interviewing with her this last week. Good. I actually missed an appointment this morning, so it always sucks when you do that. So don't do that to her. Today, we have a couple things to just briefly discuss, but then I want people to actually not work with their partners, work with new partners today. We're going to be doing some hands-on stuff. I'd like us to focus primarily today on getting a little bit of a feel for what other people have done, and then to also improve it. So Roland, you have nothing, right? No Elsa, no nothing, you? Yeah. Okay, all right. He's just an island. Every man is, I guess, not an island, but Roland is today. So we need to do a little bit more refining. I think that there's room for that. So, you know, we've talked about some of these issues like the large quantities of materials or setups or different things where we have this guy right there, a sterling example of a good design challenge and experience for our students, but we could probably make it better. So we need to help each other do that, and so I want to do that as a group today. First of all, just real quick, most of you have seen this, but I have now invited you as viewer uploaders for the box with 4-H, TEK8 and 4-H. So that is where we're going to be uploading our materials. That has 3 documents currently. It has the 4-H presentation that Bob Horton gave last week, and then it also has an example PDF of the document that they're going to be asking us to create, and it also has the Bristlebot video. Yes, Grant?
Do they want us to submit a PDF or something they can edit?
We'll probably submit something that we can edit. I'm asking for an editable template. Hey Elsa, welcome. That's okay, no problem. Roland's no longer an island. He was for a second here. Okay, so, yes, so we don't have everything, but we do have a good start. I will warn you guys now, let's see here. By the way, I looked up the crow thing. Freaky, actually, yeah. But yes, very cool. Crows are insanely smart, scary smart, where it's like all of a sudden they'll like pick things up and make tools out of them and figure things out. It's really scary.
Aren't they the only birds that like hold a grudge too?
Yeah, okay, so their document, that is a really great lead-in, Elsa. Cool. So something surprising about their document while looking over it, it is amazingly short as well. We are going to have to learn a whole new level of creativity and conciseness in order to work with our partner and really give them something that they're going to accept and something that we're going to be proud of as well. Because this 2 pages is an activity for them, and I'm thinking it's an activity that they're expecting to take 50 minutes or so. I'm not quite sure. I don't know what they're trying, the full idea with this. I'm going to ask them for one for the Bristlebot or Eco Challenge. But, as Elsa was saying, we have a small blurb on crows and some of their intricacies. Much to their shock, scientists who have captured crows to study them and then release them were later chased down by those crows and the crows' friends who remembered the scientists' faces. In fact, the crows have chased them down so much that now the scientists wear masks when they are walking near the crows.
What?
That's freaky.
So does that mean if you help out a crow, if you might like be getting mugged and all of a sudden a murder of crows comes in?
You knew the actual name. The murder of crows is the name of a group of crows, which is the Brainbuster right here. A group of ravens called flock, a group of crows is called murder.
It's also a thunder of dragons.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That one I can't excuse or be proud of.
It's from the Aragon series.
Yeah. Well,
A group of cats is a clouder.
is it what?
Clouder.
Clouder?
A convocation of eagles.
How did you know this?
There was, yeah.
It's
Okay.
one of those trivia things that you just pick up after a while.
How do we know they know their bases? Is that we're just making stuff up that we can throw in these articles?
No,
Is that
there's
factual
some
information?
crazy things in there.
Factoid.
There's like this one. In Canada, ravens have been seen on the roofs of supermarkets waiting for shoppers to walk under them. When they do, the ravens push snow on their heads. Like, and then you watch some of these videos of the interactions with these ravens, and you're like, okay, never ever do I want to mess with like the type of crow that they had or different things like that. My office mate, when I showed them that, they had a really great idea. They're like, maybe you should wear masks when you capture the crows instead of when you have to like live life with the crows around you. I thought that was pretty funny. But if you'll see, this is a very sparse, I mean, and they don't have a whole ton of content. I mean, we're laughing at this, but this is the content area. Okay. This is materials with big, large icons and pictures, which also has a list above it, a little bit of header. We've got activity instructions, and then we've got some conclusions and some pictures, a little bit more brain busters. So between a small-ish document, I don't know if we're going to be able to fit it in exactly this, but we're going to try our best. A small-ish document and a 3-minute video, we need to accomplish the task at hand. So a new level of creativity. That's why I said that. It's not going to be super easy, and if we want it to look well and not have missing holes, we're going to have to really refine things as we go. So our design challenges are going to have to be better, smaller, cheaper, easier for anyone to pick up and know what's going on, to make the relationships, the societal impacts, all those kind of things. So it's not going to be an easy task. So this is this. We have the PowerPoint that Bob covered, which has pretty much the simple things that we've been talking about. We're looking for a list of material, instructions, conclusions, processing questions, different things like that. Okay. So, how many people have brought materials and they could run like a design challenge in here right now? So we've got Ben, Jack, Shayla, Nate, not Grant.
No battery.
Corinne, yours or mine?
I think mine.
Okay, not mine.
Okay, we've got. So raise. Okay, we've got Molly, Nate, Jack. Do we have yours, Josh?
Yeah, Molly's said.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, Randall.
I don't think so.
It's not going to help us today.
You don't think so?
I think we're out of cups, and Natalie has all the tubes.
Well, all those things are easily attainable. We have lots of fun projects in here today, right? Right? Okay, so Randall, you're good. Ben, you're good. And then Jack, Shayla, you're good?
Someone can do Jones too if they want it.
If they want it.
All in there.
It's all in there. Okay, so I need some new partners, and we need to start setting things up and getting some different people working on these design challenges. So, I'll take volunteers. Who wants to work on Randall's project? Grant, you're with Randall. Okay? Randall, we'll see. You'll have to you'll have to get him set up, and he'll have to comment on different things. I'm not quite sure if I'll have time to get you over to Nate's project yet, okay? How about who wants to work on Ben's project? Josh, go right ahead. And Nate, you get to work on it too. How about Elsa works on Ben's as well? Roland, I need you to work on Jack's.
Does anybody have solo cups? I have but one cancer cell.
Oh, okay, we need solo cups. Anybody got them?
I got those.
We got solo cups. All right, good. So Roland, I need you to work on Jack's, and Molly, I need you to work on Jack's as well. Shayla, I want you to work on Molly's, and Jack, I need you to work on Nate's. And then Randall, I need you to work on Nate's as well. Okay? Does anybody not have a job that they are doing? Or like, oh, Ben, have you been assigned one? Okay, Ben.
Shayla needs one worked on.
Okay, Ben, why don't you work on Shayla's? Okay? So, first of all, whoever it is that is teaching somebody, you have to teach that person, which I know you have 2 different jobs, so you're going to have to learn and then teach somebody else. So there's going to be a little give and take, like, hey, let me talk to these people, get them set up. You might have to set up your own little area first, that's fine, do whatever kind of prep work you need. And then I want you guys to get your teammates or whoever's supposed to work on your design challenge up and running, explain it to them, have them work. Hopefully they can just be autonomous and work on their own, and you can go do the project that you're asked to do, okay? Any questions? Okay, go ahead and set your area up, and then when you're done with that, go ahead and go check in with the person you're supposed to learn from.
Yeah.
Ben, will you be using the fan? Sorry, movie?
Also, do you want like these?
I do. I'll take any documentation that you have. I haven't actually received any as of yet.
Sort of what they go with. Yeah.
Here are all the papers that, there we go. This is one that was really good.
Yeah, I remember when you showed me this one, you're like, she gets it.
Oh, she gets it. Yeah, that's one of the big round guys. And they got dino nuggets and my 4-year-old son. He's a vegetarian, but he hasn't eaten.
In the first year?
He's 4 years old. We're trying to get him to eat. We don't have any more. Yeah, so we got a whole batch of cookies. Oh.
I got some. Who doesn't?
They have brownies and ice cream. That's the containers. It's not good. That place I love.
Yeah, I like that place. So we have everything, I think, for the design project except for the wall.
Oh, that's fine. We won't do that. They were able to do 2
And I guess we don't have There's a basket.
We're doing your part.
Yeah, they are. At least I think so.
I think they were in one spot,
Yeah.
actually.
My brother has my car. We can meet and work on it so that you have to work on yours or I can work on yours so we don't even have to meet and do it.
Yeah, I'll
Just to decide today. I've been trying to brainstorm ways to make this one better, to make it more like but I don't know how to do it. No, I think that this one's the one I'm going to go with though because I feel like this is the one that's easier to explain.
the key one? Yeah.
Yeah, and get out of it than the DNA work on it.
It's also more challenging.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Any way to mount or get their two structures so that
Who was your waiter? Do you remember?
it's a girl stargazer.
Try that. We took the 2.
Yeah, I've always seemed to have really good service there, but I almost always get with this waiter named Tony, who's just like, he always makes me look bad whenever I take people because I always take different people there, and he always like comes over and we like, and like sets it down, and like makes me look really bad in front of everyone.
I know I'm not next. I can't wait first to go.
It's gonna be fun group activity. Sheila, are you working on mine? Yes. Well, whenever you want me to create mine, or whenever at regional teachers, whoever else.
You're not talking about this one, you're talking about what are you talking about? This one? Oh, so you did it. Oh, okay.
And you have the first one. My eyes was like
Yeah.
taller than. Well, they have to do it.
Wow.
Hopefully they got like, oh, okay, that is strange though.
That's a fucker. Doesn't like that whole thing.
Okay, how about here?
There's a fan somewhere.
We did glue them down
There's a fan. Oh,
after they did 2, then they did 3. Because the 2's pretty
So,
big.
is like
We can split it in half.
ridiculously finicky.
Maybe we
And
can,
then,
because like I
yeah,
got teams all the time.
we kind of put it in there and said leave it in that area.
Okay, so if you put it up too high, it's flying out the top.
Okay.
Remember, things that you're going to be commenting on are how to make this design challenge scalable. So the test set up better.
So,
Not just
like the
have
elbow
fun.
for the height, whatever.
Okay, so I can use anything I want,
Yeah,
or,
there was anything in our business.
so for the
So
real
technically,
thing.
for
I do have more, but do you think that will work?
Yeah.
before we finish that off, just count it, how many
So, I don't know, will they be able to get this piping?
Yeah, I assume.
Yeah, the
Yeah, so it's gonna be the locking key one. So essentially the design challenge is you have to create a platform that supports this key such that you can figure out which one. So 2 of these go to each one. So
Our scrolls went back.
given, these materials, yeah, whatever is in here. So most people use like cardboard or something. I think our prototype was a piece of cardboard. Just pop through it. It's on the lock.
It definitely was a bit kind of like setting up how you want to do it. First one,
That's essentially the prototype, and it doesn't work very well. And so you can use strings or things better, or bands, or foil, or whatever. And then the steps of it are, step 1 is to be able to hold anywhere on this, so you can essentially hold the key and unlock the lock, which is surprisingly difficult with this prototype because sometimes it takes it's over the key.
Yeah, just kind of ripped it.
See what happens.
So the goal is to get them
Watch the experience.
yeah, when the kids did it,
So how do you
Or
get
even more, or I think that I missed it.
Yeah, there was, we set it up so there'd be,
Very last one.
this would be
So,
like taped down over here.
that's step 1. Step 2 is to make it so strong that you can do it without touching the key, but only touching the platform, so this doesn't.
Real crazy.
And then step 3 is to attach it to this somehow such that you can like
but a little bit higher
this
set
platform and this is attached. I think that we ended up taking rubber bands up to 3 rubber bands attached to this, and then only touch this and unlock it. The idea is that this is a ligand on the outside of the cell that's communicating with the receptor on the inside of the cell. So if you can, the reason why it's a locking key is because they're very specific interaction. But if there's any way that we can, I think that this is definitely scalable, but right now it doesn't have like a exciting factors.
oh yeah,
And it's not, I think that a key, it's hard for kids to understand that this is a cell and this is a cell. And that the reason why we're putting it on a platform is so that we can study
all
cell
3 of
signaling.
those.
When we actually study cell signaling, we take a bunch of cells and we add ligands in solution. And ligands in solution can bind, try to bind in ways that don't make sense, ways that are how normal cells interact. So when you put them on a platform, it gives them some support and forces them to interact more like a cell-to-cell interaction. So we make the platform out of DNA origami. So we're essentially establishing a new way to study cell signaling because the current way to study it is to add these ligands in solution. And there are a lot of problems with why that doesn't mimic cell signaling because one of them is confirmation, so the back of it could attach, normally the back of it is the amount of force is immeasurable when it's in solution, so we don't know whether it's too much or not enough force. I guess two cells interacting, and you can't study, this one isn't really shown in the design challenge, but we see in regular cells that ligands congregate, so they'll like all get together on the outside of the cell. And then receptors congregate, and so
Let's all do it together.
it causes kind of like a cross-linking effect. There's a lot of cells that interact at once, so when we put them on when we put them on a platform, we can place them where we want them. Before we can pretend
You can actually place them on. And then
they're attached by so we can put them spaced out however we want to and
Add a cheat code.
so the overall thing is we put them
I was one of those kids that had
having so I don't think that idea gets across all that well, but the idea that they did understand at the end, like this is a cell, and this is a cell, and they talk to each other basically. They got that, which I think is good, but I think
Arts and crafts time.
My favorite time.
well, I don't know. Does that make any
I
sense?
love how like you're in high school and you're like, ever do arts and crafts and you're cool. That's kind of college.
Well, I appreciate the feedback that you create. We'll work on Jack's challenge.
What have they used to hold these down? What do they have that hold these and tie them down to the base?
Oh, we have to agree. So, I've got.
I'm just thinking out loud.
Deal is,
Oh, it's kind of like something that's a superstructure that you have to think, you know what I mean?
bends and cancellation.
I don't know.
That's not what it's called.
The drug, yeah.
Oh, does the fan work? That's what I was wondering if.
It would be nice to be hands-free. They basically have to take whatever it is, kind of in part.
How do kids like your
It'd be nice
or
to
maze thing?
put my
What'd you call it?
apparatus.
The filter?
Yeah, that's
See if it works or not.
They had trouble with it. Like they enjoyed it by the end, but it was just like at the beginning they're like, I don't know what is going on right now. So it's just kind of hard to get started. So it didn't feel like it was as successful.
Is it hard to like a time constraint?
Partly, but by the end, like one of the groups got like almost did it perfectly.
Yeah.
Put it in the test
So like
apparatus.
it was just hard for them to get started. I think, more
Right.
than anything.
See how I did.
But my second one that I did was awesome. Like, they were like jumped on it and like were working the whole
Is
time.
that the one you're gonna use probably?
Yeah, definitely. It was super cheap, super easy,
Yeah.
and it also worked better. So I choose not to be the person to use YouTube.
I'm not going to.
I don't know why I'm like so making this so hard. Like, must be a mixer go.
Markers. Huh? Probably drawing on that side probably.
But that's why we originally got rid of that.
Are you trying to make
We originally had, granted this before, just put cards on there.
Alright, I didn't quite think this through.
Instead of saying, well, we tried that, it didn't work. That's what I do. Rather than, hey, there's something. You know what I mean? Rather than building on it, it's, that's all. You know, I'd love to come in with, oh, I just wish you could do that. Yeah.
I had Naked Bear play.
Fast, I don't have to.
I just have to relate to what we're doing.
there could be a
There's
little
air.
bit of skill instead of design.
You gotta catch your hands on that.
So, is that acceptable? Is it still design? Is it mostly skill? What are we playing? That's what I'm trying to say.
Is anyone doing yours? Oh, you don't have
So
the.
if you're completely hands off, then you.
I don't have my.
We don't have anything rolling.
So,
Well, I'm rolling.
is there a way to maybe minimize
We're
the
not.
effects of skill? Or is skill bad? Like, is it a horrible issue in your design? Will a bad design product work with somebody who's really skillful? A good design product will work with somebody who's really
I don't really think there was. The kids didn't really have
No, it's just color.
problems.
Blue. Purple glue everywhere.
That'd be really sticky. I don't know if another class would.
I have a question. Wait, where's Ben? Hey, Ben. If it sticks to anything we attach to the cup, does that count, or does it have to go into the cup itself?
So we actually ran a time where one of the fishes like stuck tape like on the outside of the cup, and so I do think we should be like it needs to be inside your cup.
Inside.
Everybody's loving this. Okay.
It's like arts and crafts.
Arts and crafts.
So what's your, like, your success criteria?
Letting my creativity flow.
We had them weighed, and it was within.
I was gonna make my stomach just look really weird.
We didn't use too much water.
I was relaxing.
But I'm not.
0.5.
And I whatever the scale.
Right? You gotta measure a 2-inch line from the bottom, mark yourself, and see.
Okay.
Right? Which then you start, you gotta think, like, for me as a teacher, I wanna teach them all these multiple skills, right? A lot of kids, it blows my mind to see middle school kids that can't read a
Oh yeah, I had to teach some of them these.
So, to me, I'd be like, alright, so on your cup, measure it up 2 inches. All your medication has to point 2 inches.
Yeah.
So now you set it, you're giving them more parameters, you're giving them more things they gotta be able to do.
Yeah.
Plus you make it harder, right? Like for her, if it lands up here, alright, it won't travel that in where it needs to be.
Right.
So then it focuses like this, so obviously it'll dump them all in. But she's got more area to catch it.
I snatched the bowl before she got it.
You read my thoughts. You knew what I was planning.
I mean, they then taped it on.
So she does have steps. So
You guys into that?
first thing is just to do it.
You're saying something like measure it 2 inches.
It becomes kind of a skill, for, you know, how do I get this by doing this?
Yeah.
Rather than.
It's arts and crafts.
Platform B.
Let's be real.
Seriously. People like do weird things.
Like a larger space that has.
That lines up with
Rack,
what they're
this
doing.
would after that sit.
Cell.
Almost like
Come to
the,
the cell kind of thing. The problem is they all clump
where it had to sit, the well thing, it had to sit.
Not
He
knowing.
gave us the apparatus. Now you're doing the rack with this sit.
So I'm
I guess
thinking,
it gives them a start. Right? The old
that was why it's like have it to
This
see attached to the platform, but you can't touch the key when you're attaching it to the
How
platform.
does this come?
just like if we had
Super don't touch the key.
this.
That rack there.
Just cell.
So you almost need something though. So give me 2 blocks and it's got a wood bore.
Look how pretty mine is.
Yeah, but why is that gonna work?
Because it's like a funnel.
But then
It's got like fingers. Like,
Loving that. Like, what is yours, young man?
So my idea is.
Whoa, actually you have the screw.
Because I noticed that most of them kind of just hang out from here. So if I can just get them to go
Look at you just being
You've got a
fancy.
future in engineering.
quite the innovator.
Good guys, you
I'm
should
gonna
change
be
your name.
an art student.
We're trying to create
What do you think about air?
aesthetics over function.
Nope. It's gonna get him through there.
Aesthetics over function.
Wait, no, let's model this system dynamics. Let's go. Take back
It's nice to mount it, get it all ready, and now all I do is dump the water.
Can we
Dump the
just
water.
make that one of the things that goals do? That you have to do something, like their own, or is that too much?
I'm thinking of our kid.
How about we turn it on high and just shut it off?
Can you open the top?
No, shut the top.
We should open it. Like, we should bring someone over and then open it.
Surprise!
They all
Happy
reuse
birthday!
exactly the hard part, because then
I like that idea.
this
Let's do that.
is kind of easy, and then reuse takes
How
something
about
especially with hard parts.
So a bunch of CPVC, and all that, and then just little blocks, or you did you took a 2x4, you cut it down a little 2x2. And all it is they have holes to it. And they'll allow you to.
I don't understand this name.
It's not
Provided.
But seriously, look how beautiful.
That was rack.